I am not a professional artist. However, I love art, and I have been on this art journey for some time now, and everything I have learned has been with this hand, hence the glove. So today, that feels really weird. It's time for Lefty to take front and center. What I'm going to be doing is drawing 3 images first with my right hand, then we're going to review them and move on to, still feels weird, the left hand, and see if we can do something. a competent drawing is what I'll aim for. If I can at least get the thing to look like the thing, I'll be very happy indeed. Okay, first off, we've got this picture of a tree. It's the tree from the Wikipedia page for tree, so it's very tree-y. What I want to do first is just kind of establish a bit of I guess like a skeleton. Yeah, okay, as far as plans go, that works for me. What I'm going to do is drop the opacity of that slightly. Now let's take a real pen and draw it for real. This ain't gonna be anything fancy. We're not doing like a clean lines layer and colors and shading and all that, which I'm hoping to not spend too much time on these drawings. That's kind of why I'm going big and brash and bold with it, but I'm starting to worry that the lefty drawings are gonna look just as good as the main ones. Okay, awesome. That looks like an outline of a tree to me. Let's just kind of broadly paint in some dark areas. Some of these really thin branches in up here. Okay, I'm pretty happy with this so far anyway. All we gotta do now is paint some of the leaves on top. Some of the literally there's like 1,000 leaves here, but actually I'm quite happy with this already. It looks quite it's something that you'd see on like your grandma's wall, you know, maybe like a little dog or something in the corner. Especially in this bit, which is so dark. I think I really want to make sure I get that contrast right between the light side and the dark side. Star Wars ass. And then I really think that like on this side we can just be a lot more sparing, because we kind of got the impression of the tree going on. Maybe we can even start to outline some big shapes here. It's kind of tricky to tell from the photo exactly what bits are sticking out and which bits are further away from us, but what if we just kind of add in some outlines here? God, that gradient is so drastic, it actually kind of makes me wish I'd gone slightly less heavy-handed. God, I'm sweating. I'm like, actually, I'm a bit nervous, I think. But honestly, I think we'll just call this one here. I think that maybe this, you know, obviously isn't perfect, but it looks like a tree. So let's put that one behind us and move on to the second drawing. Okay, I like this picture of a dog. This comes from a BBC News article for new code of practice for getting a dog in Scotland. This one I'm a bit nervous about since animals are not my strength. Once again, I'm just gonna do a quick sketch to get the proportions and everything as close as I can. Okay, we're gonna call that the plan. It kind of looks like, I don't know, a jelly. My favorite part is actually the ears. I just kind of feel like they're quite elliptical in their shape. They're kind of curving around. So if we can fit the whole ears, like each ear within that, I think we'll be fine. So once again, let's drop the opacity of that and get to work. Okay, those ears are looking good. Let's just carry on purely working in silhouette for now. We've done the, what would you call that? The muzzle? That's slightly more central in our one, but I don't mind that. I think what I'd like is for this whole section to be further over. I think we've drawn it quite central, but facing slightly further left. Yeah, let's get it a little bit more overlapped. The eyes, Chico. It's always the eyes. Angry duck with ears. That's where we're at right now. Let's see if we can turn this around. I've got to be honest, I'm not 100% sure what is causing these shadows. I wonder if it's a difference in the dog's anatomy. These are squishier bits, or, you know, they've not got a bone pushing against them. It's quite scary, doesn't it? We'll just give the impression of the paw there. Not too bothered about that. Okay, cool. To say these were only supposed to be quick sketches, we're getting the idea. There's a little bit kind of texture going on around the edge of the sniffer, so I'm thinking maybe let's hint towards that. I'm pretty sure it's like the bro's got like a beard going on. I think it's not perfect. The eyes are a little bit scary. We've not quite, there's like a cuteness, you know, that we're missing out on, but the shape's there. You look at that and be like, that's a dog. We'll see what Lefty has to say about that in a bit. Okay, final one. Man. This is the image on the Wikipedia page for man. This is what comes up. Does this say who? Let me see. Who is this guy? A man. Men and manhood redirect here. For other uses, see men disambiguation and manhood disambiguation. Man is an adult male human. Before adulthood, a male child or adolescent is referred to as a boy. Sorry, I'm just reading this Wikipedia page now. This is crazy. Throughout human history, traditional gender roles have often defined masculinity in men's activities and opportunities, furthering the prevalence of patriarchal society. This makes men have considerable privileges and power, particularly over women, enforcing stringent masculine dominance and hierarchies throughout society. Trans men have a gender identity that does not align with their female sex assignment at birth. Ooh. All right, well, you know where we're starting off. Let's get planning. Kind of is pretty much looking directly down the center of the camera. The camera seems to be at eye level as well. That's gonna make my life a hell of a lot easier. A good hairline too, oh my word. Okay, for the sake of, God. For the sake of not being here all day, I'm gonna turn on Photoshop's lovely, 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 beautiful, so lovely symmetry tool. Wow. God, this is going to make this so much easier. His hair is coming in like this. Eyes. His eyes. The eyes, Chico. As I look at this, actually, I think we're going to put the brow here. So let's put the eyes there. Bottom of the nose. Top of the nose. That's a plan. It looks like a plan to me. Oh. Mouth. Kind of looks like the shape of his hair. Maybe build that ellipse out a bit more. Yeah, great. Okay, this thing can go into the background. Time to actually make something that looks slightly resembling this guy in the 15 minutes I have before I need to leave the house. Jesus, took way longer than I thought it would. Okay, let's get what's beautiful about your styling, sir, is that your features are all being outlined by this magnificent hair that you are sporting. So let's just do a band of that to get the shape of the head. A little bit of corner going on there, buddy. You don't get too comfortable in that hairline. It's so good though, isn't it? Look at that, you can just see it's so strongly defined. So now that we've got the bulk of it, we can just kind of add in these little bits and just kind of carve into what we've got. Kind of an explanation as to what is happening on this frankly magnificent head of hair. The outline of the ears done. Definitely should have done that with the symmetry tool, but we're gonna make it work. Close enough. You know what? Let's get back to the stuff that really counts. The beard. Make sure we're getting the imperfections in his mustache there. We giveth with one hand his beautiful head of hair, and we taketh away the strict geometry of his mustache. His lip is being engulfed by that tash. Let's see if we can get the general idea of his mouth in there. I think maybe what's throwing me off is the dead soulless eyes at the minute, so maybe we need to target them next. We also arrive at the point of the drawing where I think, have I made the face too long? Because noses, they're longer than you think, but noses are also shorter than you think. Ain't no way I can do the eyebrows without the symmetry tool. Beautiful thick eyebrows for a beautiful man. I'm not fully, let the record state I am not fully happy with the nose, but that's fine. I think we just gotta bite the bullet and do something about the terrifying eyes in there. You know what? I'm even gonna shrink my brush a little bit, and I'm even coming in close. No, I'm not, because I lost the reference. His eyes look so small, dog. Get something like that going on. I feel like his eyebrows might be a little bit pointier, like kind of turning in a little bit. You know, it's not quite right. His eyes, I can't tell what's happened, because like, look, his mouth is pretty much lining up. I guess the top of his nose is just way too high up. Look, okay, let's actually look. Why not make it good? Okay, yeah. It is, it got a little bit freaky. Yeah, okay. It's not perfect, but like, it isn't perfect. That is the truth of the matter. But it looks like a human face. Let's see what Lefty can do. Okay, it is now the next day, and I've come back to look at my work from yesterday. This is pretty good. There's a few things I've noticed I would do differently. I mean, too much white space going on with the dog towards the top. I kind of like around here would like to do a bit more shading. I think this guy has weird little pale ears, and I'm not really sure what these rogue 4 strands are doing. Tree, not bad. I think, like I said yesterday, I would rather have got the white-black balance a little bit better, but I didn't. So that's fine. But for now, they are going away. And what happens next? Oh, this feels really weird. Is this gonna work? The glove is on the other hand. I can't explain to you how fucking weird this feels. I do not know what this is gonna look like. Okay, right, time to get to work. God, even just trying to navigate like the Photoshop menus is tough. Okay, but this isn't going too bad actually. This is better than I thought it would be. First of all, let's do a planning phase. Well, we did it. Planning phase for this before, should be straightforward enough. Trunk kind of flows up like that. We've got these branches coming off here. Shit. We've got kind of foliage happening. Okay, yeah, good. Did I add more to the planning phases, or was this kind of just it for the lefties are probably gonna have so much easier because I've already planned them all out. Okay, this is gonna be good. It's looking smooth, you know. Okay, you know what? If we make any mistakes, we're just gonna go with it. You know, so this tree might be a little scarier than the last one. There we go. Let's try and stick to our plan. Like, you know, let's come out here a little bit. Just like before, let's kind of do a bit of a silhouette. This bit I don't think is going to be too difficult because it's just making little dots. You know what's funny is this one might even. Oh God, I can't say that. Is this one going to look better because I've learned from the mistakes of the past one? This actually might be more of a head-to-head than it is one is going to be better than the other. Another advantage we have is that these are obviously organic shapes. They're kind of bendy and wibbly, so it almost gives it a bit of character. Add in these little branches, taking us all the way to the edge. Okay, I mean that it's kind of where we got to before. We're just following the same ideas. Let's add in some lighter and darker areas, I guess. Something I'm noticing, probably less than 15 minutes in, my arm's aching. The musculature has been neglected. It's safe to say. God, my hand is aching, dog. We gotta start speeding this up a little bit. Shit. Okay. Well, let's just kind of add in like a little bit of shadow here. But you know, I said for the other one, I think we overdid it. So maybe let's just try and underdo it a little bit. Okay. I mean, honestly, like I'm wondering how much more I want to add to this. I mean, I'm aware that we got 2 more drawings to do. Honestly, let's call that done. It looks good. It looks probably like very similar to the right-handed one, but I think let's call that there. Let's move on to number 2. I need to hold down shift with my right hand to group layers. Okay, this guy. I'm sorry in advance, man. I'm gonna do my best. Okay, well, let's start with the head. Let's see how well I can do a circle. Fuck, guys, that isn't bad, actually. That really isn't that bad. Okay, I'm starting to get a little bit worried. These lines are looking a little shaky. Okay. Ellipses for the ears. And then we've got like a central column here with the shoulders, the doggy shoulders. Okay, there's our planning layer. This one will be the test. The tree, that was easy mode. Let's see what this looks like. Come on, lefty, stick with me. The eyes, Chico. Oh my God, coloring is exhausting. Holy shit. Fucking hell, man. Okay, these eyes are worse. Which makes me feel a little bit better that some stuff is going better. I tell you what, my posture is falling to bits. I think my entire body is like, what the fuck is going on? Everything's backwards. I'm gonna like bend my spine the totally opposite way. Dog. Who is this dog? God, it's pissing me off. I can feel myself getting like I can feel like my heart rate. I've got my smartwatch on. I can see my heart rate going up as I'm getting frustrated. Set some dark areas near the face. I'm sweating. Oh my God, I'm sweating. What the fuck is happening to me, man? Okay, come on, man. What else is missing? What did I even add to the other one? So maybe some like shit going on the ears. Oh God, man! It's every time I need to rub something out, I have to like right hand, left hand. Oh my days! What am I even rubbing out? What did I even want to rub out? I would even suggest going over these dark areas, but my hand is aching so much. I don't even think it's worth us doing that. I wonder if it's the muscles of the hand. Wait, I think it must be all these. All of the little muscles going on in here. They're just not as developed in this hand. They don't got the dexterity. Okay, guys, that's the dog. That's the dog. You know, arguably, he has a little bit more character. We'll see the side by side in a moment, but there's something about him. There's a little bit of charm to him. I don't hate that one that much. Here he is. Our old friend, please, God, let this be easy and let me not put a fist through my tablet. I want to give us a good circle so that we actually have something good to work off of. Okay. You know what? Let's help ourselves out a little bit. Let's put his eyes here. And that is the center of his face. You know what we're playing now? Dodge the crash out. Like, I just don't have any of the control that I need to actually get the details on this right. You best believe I am symmetry tooling his entire fucking face. Oh my god. Right, thank you. Beads of sweat, bro. The fuck is happening to me? Why did I choose to do this as the first thing of my day? Okay, symmetry tool. Thank you very much. You will be keeping me sane today. Let's just get the outline of his eyes right, and then we can not worry about it. Can't be doing that. Come on. Can't be doing that. We made his eyes like quite small last time. Why is everything... Sorry. What is going on? It's gonna have to do, isn't it? The eyebrows come over a little bit. And the ears. More of a chin. The mouth. Some darkness in the hair. Okay, and that's looking done to me. Please, I'm so gonna enjoy this. Oh my god. Oh, right. Thank you. Get back on here, please. Jeez. Okay. This is feeling so much better. I actually need to just take a moment. Hang on. I guess it's now time to do the comparison. I'll be seeing these all for the first time. This is the tree I did with my right hand, positioned on the left because we did it first. And this is the tree I did with my left hand. I mean, there is obviously more detail in the first one, the right hand one, just because I could move my hand in more complex ways, but there's something about the simplicity of this one that I'm actually like a really big fan of. So I think if this is a competition, if this is a best of 3 competition, I think the leftie's going to take this one. Okay, this is the right-handed dog, the first dog we did. I don't think it's bad. I think it could maybe do with some tidying up with the shape of the face and maybe integrating the muzzle. Very much looks like a sort of separate piece right now. I don't mind this one. This one I think is good and could be and has potential to be taken further. The dog on my left hand. Who is this guy, though? Who is this guy? Nah. Easy clap from the right-handed dog. Who is this guy? I remember looking at this being like, oh yeah, there's more character. And to be honest, the big sad like face is doing something for me. But the contrast is way better on this one. The detail, it makes way more sense. Yeah, easy win for the right-handed dog. Okay, let's move on to the final round. Here is the man we did with our right hand. You know what? Looking at this, obviously I drew this yesterday in real time, and it's not that bad. I think like let's bring the reference in for a moment. Like it's not a million miles off. I think the face shape is slightly wrong, and maybe the proportions a little bit vertically. I think maybe we could do with shrinking his head up a little bit. There's a big gap between the mustache and the nose, which we could get rid of quite easily. Yeah, I mean, this is just a different guy. What the hell, man? This is a win for the right hand, and therefore an overall win for the right hand. Thank God. That is actually, I was so scared when we got to the tree. I was like, I was like, damn, bro, maybe this is the way forward. But thankfully, Right, he takes this one. Thanks for watching, everyone. You can also check me out over on Twitch, where I stream my art journey, and you can follow along and learn along with me over there. Link is in the description.